Look at that guy. We're on air now, Coach. Are you happy?
Yes.
Jeez.
On time.
Beetle said we're a minute late.
Beetle can, yeah.
Hopefully, I have the cameras down so that I can. Are we all looking at Jack now?
Are we?
I think we are.
Why?
So hopefully, I got the cameras down so I can control them. Because, yeah, 2 minutes late, Pat says. So there you go.
Look who's talking. The guy who has to watch Ally McBeal every time we got to do a podcast.
Is he talking about me? I don't even know what that means. Anyways, this is the solemn event. It's the morning of our last team building exercise, the Outbreak, Veerman.
It's already starting.
And yes, we have liquors going on. Coach has what are you drinking, Coach?
Pat, are you there? Watch this.
Oh, it's off the rails already.
Pat!
That's right. He hears you.
Pat, look at that number.
It'll take a while before they see it on the chat.
We're still going to go on anyway. God damn it.
Rob?
Yes.
Can I yell too? That looks fun.
No.
Oh.
Jack, we could curse too because then is Georgie going to be able to knock these out or no?
No. It's well, we will in the what we're gonna do is do a live version, which we can swear and stuff because we do that on this. And then we'll do an edited version for the podcast and for Coach's channel, just so we have the real version of team building exercise in the right spot. So when people are looking for it, they can find it and we can link to it, and it won't be just this nonsense. And people would look at it and go, I can't take anything these people say seriously. So we're going to have a legit versions, but this is the non-legit version that we'll edit it down later. So this is like behind the scenes, how team building exercise goes. And I can tell you this is actually a little calmer. We did take a half an hour before we started to try to stop these two monkeys from going crazy.
We got it out of our system. We shook it off. Sibilance. I did. Me, my momo.
I don't know what the hell's going on here, man.
Oh. Well, it's because you guys are drinking.
No, I just got home.
But the best part is when we start the team building exercise, you're going to see in all its glory, unedited, and we generally just do. You'll see exactly how it goes. It's if we make mistakes in the podcast. If we do anything wrong, if we make each other laugh, it's all there. Very, very unscripted, very stream of consciousness. You'll get to see it in its entirety.
And we will say though that I am doing this on the protest because why would you want to reveal the magic behind the curtain? I mean, I think it's just.
Well, the magic is that we lost a whole episode. That's what the magic is. And
not for nothing. Greatest episode ever.
It is the greatest podcast episode ever. And this is just a tribute.
Are we going to get into why it was great and what happened? Or is it just going to be...
Maybe after we'll do it. Then we'll do a post-mortem and say what happened. And we'll see if this one lived up to it. Maybe we can compare and contrast.
Okay.
I like it better when Rob was in charge, man, because this is already like a manure show.
Rob,
only because of you.
That is true, but you know, the butts in the seats.
So yes, that's what we're doing. So if you don't want to hear team building exercise, turn off now.
What the hell are you doing here?
But we'll do this live. So we'll do it just like a real one, guys. So I'll start it with the thing I never remember what to say, because that's what happens every single time.
Okay.
And then we'll go do the regular. We're so good at this, we don't really have to explain it, because we don't know exactly what's happening.
Will we have commercials?
Not in the live version, but in the taped version, yes.
Okay, because what about the pee-pee break commercials? Because I always look forward to that.
You have to go take a pee-pee break?
Yes. Eventually, I will.
Okay.
Jack gets me all excited, and the juices get flowing, and I gotta get out of here.
My legendary effect on people's internal organs is, there's documented proof that that's a fact.
Yeah, I gotta go do my intestinal yoga.
Boston Miniatures is in the chat now, people. We can't just screw around anymore.
Yeah, I invited him. That's my buddy.
Okay, ready to do this? We're gonna do this team building exercise. You got your team coach. I hope it's the same one you did last time.
Oh, I've tweaked it.
Ugh, you had to, didn't you?
I did. Well, even though it was a secret team building exercise, and I'm very sad that you guys have not acknowledged the fact that it's the award-winning team building exercise. I don't know how we get through this without saying that. Usually we cut it out, but the last award-winning team building exercise that was lost to the ether helped me realize something, and I will credit Jack when it comes up. And there was a slight change, but it's if you don't know, you might miss it.
I will point it out. You have to hear me typing as I fix the list. Then,
yeah, it's you don't even have to. It's the points are the same.
So let's start here. Ready?
Yes.
It's gonna be weird seeing me as I talk.
That's the thing.
I'll shut my eyes.
I already find myself not looking because I'm just in recording mode. So I might be just looking here, looking there.
Yeah.
I'm looking to my
when you're actually talking, for sure.
Thanks to.
I want to see if I shut the light off, but if I do this, bald. Gotta shut it off. Bald. Shut it off.
Chaos.
Rick Hall. Look. Coach. Rick. Coach. Rick.
He's your bald buddy.
That's my brother. My bald brother.
Bald brothers.
And you guys are seeing behind the scenes because I'm trying to start this thing and they won't let me start it.
See, that's the thing. It's always they. I'm here studying, but I'm always to blame. Doesn't matter.
Although me and Jack try to string it along as much as possible and see how long it'll go before Jack. All right, we're starting this thing. Let's go.
My boy Schultze, he knows. He's seen behind the scenes. I'm just sitting here innocent like, and Rob will lash out angrily.
Where's Schultze?
Not here right now, I don't think. But
he's never been here. Team building exercise.
No.
Nuh-uh.
The only problem with the video version, you can't see me just fall asleep with these two go on.
Now that's a blatant lie.
Bold-faced
in my head.
Blatant and bold-faced.
Okay, here we go. We're actually starting now.
We are, because I wanted to put together my invisible jet bikes, but I can't find them.
Ironic.
All right. What are we doing? Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
I was just about to talk and I realized I'm going to die. Okay. Welcome to the award-winning team building exercise episode. Oh, what episode is this?
Holy smokes. What the hell's going on here?
Look at it. This would happen.
Can't pick it up in post.
That's right. I'll have to start again.
Number next.
Welcome to the award-winning team building exercise. This is episode 3, or season 3, episode 6, The New Veerman from Outbreak. I'm Rob.
And I'm Jack.
Coach.
And we're here doing the Outbreak Veerman. Look at this guy laughing at me the way I say Outbreak. Outbreak.
You don't even
think I play it up, and then I play it up even more, and then it's just terrible. So yes, as always, Jack goes first. Jack, let us know. Veerman. We tried this once before. It was failed. This is the redo. So is your list the same as last time, or is it brand spanking new?
It is the same list. Love me this list.
Thank you.
So we can just jump right in without being interrupted or without any kind of tomfoolery, shenanigans, hijinks.
What are you getting? What are you talking about?
Jack, remember he has these delusions that thing that he thinks there's goblins. It's really weird. Remember, we're not supposed to talk about it because
he's the only one who sees them.
Yeah,
or hears them.
Ixnay on the Oblongay. Ooh.
Okay. We'll get right to it. So my leader, for my choice for the leader, 28 points, 2 VPs.
Hey, Jack, how are you?
Hey, Georgie, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty crappy.
Oh, no. Come on. What's wrong?
Well, I'm very disappointed that Rob had to delete the last team building exercise. He says that, he misplaced it or whatnot, but I think that is a lie.
Oh, so you're saying it was sabotage, perhaps?
Oh, no. Here comes Boomer. Boomer, look out. There's a garbage pail right there.
Oh, thank you. I would have tripped over.
Almost as good as him actually tripping over it.
Stop the show. Stop the show.
Oh. Only 4 people will understand why that's so funny.
5. Georgie and Boomer.
We don't count them.
I don't count Boomer.
Oh my God.
Well, anyway, I don't get what's so funny. But, yeah, Rob, it was all your fault.
No. Actually, I think it was Jack's fault.
Hey, Boomer, you know what? You're really pissing me off today. I'm not in a good mood, okay? I really am not, okay? The last team building exercise was great, and Rob had to screw everything up. I'm just mad, okay?
All right. I didn't think you would feel that way.
Boomer, look out! Okay. Well,
You all right?
no.
Oh.
Why?
It looks like Boomer tripped over the garbage pail.
Again?
No. This is the first time.
Okay.
That other one never happened.
What other one?
It's true.
I think-
If it's not recorded, it doesn't exist.
I think we're in the fake news realm.
It's true.
And you're not mad at anybody? No tomatoes or, threatening death or something like that? Or something?
No.
Yeah, see? It's gone.
Okay.
Gone.
Not this week.
That's good. Glad to hear it, Boomer. Glad everything's good.
It's not Boomer, it's Georgie. Boomer left. Okay, Rob?
We tripped over the garbage can. Once again.
He tripped over the garbage can. Okay, he's gone. I don't know where he went. All I smell is poop and like Snickers bars.
Huh?
Poop and Snicker bars.
Well, it's only Boomer's the only one I care about. That's why I said it.
Oh, okay. Now you're gonna. Okay, now you have even more reasons for me to hate you.
When you're at the bottom, how much farther can you fall?
You got to look up to see the bottom.
Well, actually, never mind. I can't go on with this. Goodbye, Jack. Have a wonderful live show.
Thank you, Georgie.
You're welcome.
Can you at least, just for me, I know you're down now. Rob's really hurt you deep in your soul, but on your way out, can I get like a real Excelsior? Like, can you just really, just for punch it up?
You should, make sure it's good. Clear your throat and
From the diaphragm.
Yeah.
Excelsior!
Yay.
Perfect. Thank you.
You know what? It's bad because he sashayed over the freaking garbage can this time.
Is there trash everywhere?
It really, was. Between the dog and him, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'd just like to point out in the chat that Rusted Beetle spelled thanks wrong.
Ooh.
Just want to say that. I don't know, just want to say that. And if you're in the Family Gamers Discord, you'll know why I said that. But I digress.
You certainly do.
So, Jack, please, your list.
My list. As I was saying, I started with the progenitor.
Yes.
And I gave him the grenade launcher.
Yes.
The smoke grenade launcher, because I expect that the progenitor, who is, I think, my favorite of the leaders for the Veermen all around, I think smoke's very important. And range 5, you know, he can still be effective. He's got the Recon 4+. I can go for that.
Respectable.
Respectable.
Could be worse.
Yes, it could be worse. So that's who I went for my leader. And for troops, I went with 6 stalkers.
Woo!
6 stalkers.
Ric Flair came into the show there for a second.
Yes, he did. And he's doing very well for himself. Thank you.
All like using Liberace's cast-offs, sashaying through. I wasn't a Ric Flair fan.
You know, I don't even know who you are anymore.
He speaks ill of the dead.
Is he dead?
No, I don't think so.
He
is to Jack.
I went with 6 stalkers because I prefer the stalkers over the creepers,
crawlers,
and the creepers, because I gave a couple of my stalkers the grenade launcher, the smoke grenade launcher.
Wait, you gave the stalkers a smoke grenade launcher?
No.
You
gave smoke grenades, not the launcher.
Oh, okay. Okay, grenades, yes.
2 smoke grenades, 6 stalkers, 2 smoke grenades. I like them more than the crawlers for sure. I understand some people, you buy a bunch of them, you throw a bunch of dice, hopefully it'll, throw spaghetti against the wall, hopefully something sticks. That's not for me. I like the stalkers, 6 of them as a troop tax, but also they're pretty decent when they get in close. I'm not in my games. I'm not going to be relying on a range 4 shooting on. No, I'm not going to do it. You two might have chose differently, but I can't. So with 6 troops, 6 VPs with the smoke grenades, I can live with that. Then my specialists. I have 2 Malignus, and I gave both of them the smoke grenade launcher.
You only have two Malignus?
3. I gave.
Thank you.
So 3 Malignus with the smoke grenade launcher. Now, I think that might be overkill with the smoke at this point, but I watched Coach's battle report, not your latest one, I don't think. No, because
it probably was at the time of the original recording.
Yeah, it's actually I've come out with some elite list breakdown since then, but yeah, it was the last battle report. It was the Veerman battle report.
Okay. Either way, at one point the camera pans across and it's just a field of smoke. So 3 Malignus with the smoke grenade launcher. I like them. I even as troops, like as not like they're specialists, but even as like as a functioning member of the strike team, I like them even without the smoke grenade launcher. But they're playing a role in this army to lead into the last 2 of my specialists, 2 rat swarms. Now, hopefully, in this fog of war, this smoke across the battlefield, these little low-profile little guys, these little gribbly guys, will be able to get in, make contact. I like them for 14 points, 2 VPs. They got their lady lumps bring the boys to the yard, as the kids are saying. And finally, the big part of my army that I'm hoping that the smoke and the chaos will allow it to get into striking range. I have a vehicle, a tow runner stock. I didn't put any of the doodads. I know you can make some changes, but with the twin
Why?
chem splitters and
Why?
the fives, it's got it all. It's 30 points, 3 VPs. I think they're perfect for where they are. I don't think you have to change a thing. They're right on for price and for, I don't know how powerful they are or how lethal they are. I like them. They're a little tall. They're bullet magnets, and they're hard to keep in one piece to get to the other side. But if they do, with enough smoke, a lot of chaos, they can do some damage. So
yeah, but you got to remember something. All right, so let's break down the tunnel runner real quick. You're talking about a 5-up save with 1 armor. All right, so 5-up save is really respectable. 1 armor is good. He's still a vehicle, can't go up the ramps or whatnot as a strider. He is 30 points, 3 VPs, so it's less than a strider. But you're talking 2 twin chem spitters, range 6, AP 2 with weight of fire 1. First of all, that's sick. Then you got sides, range F, AP 1. Now it moves on a 1 to 4. You throw a move dice on him, or you move 4 and go a shoot dice, and you're in business. All right, so that's it. Now they're tall enough where they can see over the top of a 3-inch. They're a little bit higher than 3 inches, but remember that the rules of Deadzone apply that bases matter, but also tops of models matter. So you might be able to get full model on a guy standing on a, when they just stand on the top of a 3-inch a cube, where usually you're shooting down. You know what I mean?
I find it hard to justify shooting from a cube your base isn't in, but I guess that is a thing.
Wait. It's hard to shoot from a cube that you're not in or that you're in. What do you mean?
He's saying it's cheating, and it is pretty slimy, but
it's not cheating when it's part of the rules.
Yeah, I know. I'm just one of those guys that if you put your barrel, like if your barrel goes out and you're shooting at a 90-degree through a corner, and it's like, well, my barrel's out there. I that's a whole other story.
How do you know that? How do you know that? If you know, because if you look at the tunnel runner, the guns are on track, so they spin and they go to a higher level, and that's why they can shoot.
Maybe, but they also have Frenzy 1, and
right.
The vehicles get a bad rap because of when you have a lot of scattered terrain, they're hard to get point A to point B. Line of sight is really hard. The speed of the tunnel runner, I think, makes it far more viable than a lot of the other vehicles that are in the game.
Absolutely. The mobility of it alone.
Yes. So in total, 200 points on the nose, only 18 VPs for the entire list. That is not bad.
I'd like to interject for a second.
Yes.
You forgot to explain your progenitor's ability, his surge ability.
Oh, yes, that is what we do. Okay, then I will take a look at the old surge ability.
I got it right here, Jack, if you want me to read it to you.
I've got it right here too, but if you want to, go right ahead.
I would love to. Well, surge is a model, a Veerman model that was already marked as activated at the start of this turn, may make a move action up to 1 cube. This may trigger fights as normal.
Yes, so you pretty much get a little added move.
That works out great, man.
It's so universal, and it's so it's not one of those stars aligned splats. You
can always use a move, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be the most powerful move in the game or splat in the game, but it is one that you can almost always, if you've got that dice sitting there, you can always make something happen with it.
Yeah, but there is no limit to them. So if you have 4 surges, you can surge the hell out of the guy.
Right. Whereas some other splats, you're like, okay, well, this has to be in effect. That guy has to be this. It's pretty. You'd be hard pressed to not be able to make something out of that dice.
Right, and it's also sometimes when you put a guy in a certain place, it's like one of those things. I'm going to lock you up in combat, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, and you're like, now you're out in the open. You could always use that to kind of use it as like a defensive mechanism where you can go behind something, or maybe with your 14 smoke launchers, you can jump into smoke and do it that way.
jump into smoke. Like you said, if you have to move, use your shoot. Oh, look, your guy's out in the open. He's a sitting duck. I got clear sight on him. Yep.
Not today.
Not today. In your face. So yeah, that is my list. And the only problem I have with it, Progenitor has Tactician 1. And I like my command dice. But other than that, that's the compromise you make for 28 points for a leader that's got that's pretty decent. So
yes,
that's my list.
Cool. We'll take a break. We'll be back to talk about my list and then coaches, and then we'll do the Hour of Hate. So now we usually take a break. I want to respond to Beetle. That is enough troops because it's 1 troop per specialist and then 3 troops for a vehicle, but they don't add to each other. He's saying that you don't have enough troops, but you do.
Yeah, Daria.
I do.
Word up. Who brings us back from the commercial, Coach?
That would be me.
Coach always brings us back from the commercial.
First commercial.
Correct. And commercials are important. Ready?
Yeah, I don't have to restart any.
No, I just, after last episode, I'm a little gun shy. I want to make sure that everything, check the levels and all that good stuff.
That's YouTube's doing all that for us this time. We're in YouTube's hands. We're letting YouTube take the wheel.
I hope all 6 people who are in attendance are here because I have a feeling this is going to get screwed up one way or another. So, all right.
The forever lost episode.
Yeah, it's just just a failed venture that never took off. So here we go. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Welcome back to the award-winning team building exercise. I am Coach Joe and my 2 best buds from up north in the Karukuku land is Rob and Jack. I'm DZtp. And of course, they got to call me in for this DZtp live crap because they have to. So I would venture to say that you should bring down the Patreon. Keep the Patreon going, but get it down to $49 because they really hate doing this stuff. But anyway, so we have listened to Jack's list, and now Rob will bring us into a full circle of total nonsense because he goes an other direction. So one is the left, one is the right. Okay? But out of the 3 of us, we don't know who's who. So what do you got, Rob?
Yes. I don't know what any of that meant. It was like a wrestling analogy. It's like, what's his name? Dusty Rhodes.
Always remember, don't worry about it.
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, so I picked, for my leader, I went something different because this is a new. I took the Master Creeper. Master Creeper is 5s across the board, TAC 1, Scout, Recon 3+, which is really nice.
What?
He's got both det packs, no armor, size 1, 2, 3, like good rats are. 20 points, 2 VPs, and he's got Bomb Expert. Coach, what does Bomb Expert do?
Thank you, Rob. Bomb Expert is spend an army special result to allow the active model to take a special action to perform a range 2 blast attack.
So I use this as my my theme for this army. This army, you'll notice that it's going to be a little bomby. It's going to have a little, it's going to be explodey all over the place. I didn't go for smoke because I don't play games with smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's going to be bomby, so it's going to be like sultry.
Yes, it's going to be like a cool breeze on a hot night.
Mm.
I also took 6 stalkers because stalkers are cheap and they fight on 4s, so at least they're useful. Unlike the we'll get to the crawlers, but yes, I'm not a fan of crawlers, so I took the 6 stalkers. And I took something that Jack said he hates, but I took, for my specialists, I took 5 creepers.
Wow.
And my 5 creepers I took with, they all have Scout, which is great. They've moved to 3. They do shoot on 6s, which sucks, but I gave them all, or they already come with, det packs and of both types. So you get the AP2 range F det pack and the range 2 det pack. So they're going to be blowing stuff up with their little bombs. I like those. And AP2 on these little guys for 14 points ain't bad. So You're not going to have too much trouble even with Dwarves, as long as you can get to them.
I always wondered. I'm sorry, Rob. I always wondered, like, the Dead Pack is range FFP2, but it doesn't blow themselves up.
No, it doesn't do frag or anything. It's just a, I guess it's a really, really focused blast. And to round out my team, since I had 60 points left over, and I had 6 troops, I took not 1, but 2 tunnel runners.
Wow.
As Coach says, if you like something, take 2.
Take 2. Or 3.
Well, I couldn't fit 3. That would well, I think we might talk about trying to fit 3
Yeah, we'll get
later.
to we'll get to that. Foreshadowing.
But yes, so that's my list. 200 points. I do like the scout on all the creepers and the master creepers. So they're going to be moving up really good. Recon 3+, I'll be getting extra scouts with that too. So I think this is a pretty sneaky list. You definitely have to keep me in cover because I don't have any smoke. So they're going to be magnets of getting shot at, but hopefully I have enough of them. I don't know how many people I have here. I have like, I don't know, 10 guys. Something. No, I have more than that. I have 6, 7, what's that? 12, 14 guys. So that's pretty good, including 2 tunnel runners, which are size 4, so they have 5 wounds. They'll probably be the bullet magnets, and hopefully they'll survive. But at least my other guys will be sneaking up. They'll never expect the creeper attack. So that's what I took.
No one expects the creeper.
That's right. So, Coach.
Yes.
Tell us, what did you take, and how did you take it?
Okay. So last time, I only have one change of the list. All right. And last time we spoke, I have to credit Jack, because when we discussed it afterwards, it made a hell of a lot of sense. And I'm saying to myself, why not make a positive change for the list? So originally, I did take the progenitor, just like Jack, and I did originally take the spitter rifle as a sniper rifle. But then, the progenitor, although he's very good, I feel that with a 4-up survive, he's doing all right. But he is kind of a glass cannon. He can get killed really easy. You know what I mean? Only a 4-up save is good, but rats tend to die really quick. So instead of giving the spitter rifle, I gave him the chemical grenade launcher. Instead of now Jack gave the smoke grenade launcher. I went with the chemical grenade launcher. Now I've gone on the toxic one. Yes, the chemical grenade. It's so Ben Edwards
grenade launcher. I'm just trying to make sure everybody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm going with Ben Edwards because Ben Edwards is smart, and it says chemical grenade launcher. So there you go. But anyway, the toxic smoke grenade launcher. When I thought about it, I was like, okay, well, let's give it to him, and it's only going to help that the grenade launcher itself is an extra 12 points. Regular smoke launcher is scroll is what? Jesus, where is it? Damn you, battle scribe. The smoke grenade launcher is no one.
I'm trying to look right now.
Smoke grenade launcher. What about it? It's 8 points.
8 points. All right. So I figured for the extra 4.
So this is what happens. I don't pay attention, and you have a question I can answer.
Extra 4.
Yes.
All right. So I figured let's go for it. All right, and let's do that. Rounding out the troops, I'm going to go to the other one. This stupid one here. I'm going with 9 stalkers.
Only 9?
Only 9. Yes, only 9. One of the stalkers, I'm giving a smoke grenade to. So you're starting to see a pattern. Yeah, I like smoke grenades. And you know what? We'll get to why smoke grenades are so good. But then what I did was I took 2 Malignuses, both with smoke grenade launchers. All right. So that gives me 20 points, but they're still 1 VP. So they're expensive, but they're not VP expensive. So I like them a lot. Then I went with 2 Nightmares with paradrills. Ooh. Each one has a smoke grenade. So to sum up, I have the progenitor with a chemical smoke grenade launcher. the toxic one. I have 2 malignous with smoke grenade launchers, regular smoke grenade launchers. I have 2 nightmares with smoke grenades and 1 stalker with a smoke grenade. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential smokes on the table at any given time without like reshooting or I'm sorry, with the command dice.
Extra shots, yeah.
Yeah, extra shots or anything like that. I like the smoke grenades just because they can I can drop smoke where I want. So let's say I don't have it. Indirect doesn't work. It bounces or whatever, right? You can drop even with a 7 shoot, you can drop something. It's a good chance of you getting it somewhere where you need it. You know what I mean? Or I could just drop it in the cube or stuff like that. I really do like this. When I first started playing Deadzone, I was like, smoke is just no. There's just no way. There's just no way that I'm going to use smoke. And now I've become, I'm all about that smoke, all about it.
And for the benefit of those involved, you and I both went pretty smoke heavy.
Yes.
And toxic smoke and smoke work basically the same. And the 2 main parts of having smoke on the board, if you want to enlighten those who listening at home, you can't shoot anything in that cube.
Correct.
And if you're adjacent to that cube, you have a penalty to shoot.
Correct. You -1.
So it really disturbs line of sight in a game that is based on line of sight. But it also acts as cover for models who would or normally not have cover. Other than like indirect, you've basically changed the board in your favor like that.
Now, and if you're directly in back of the cube, you can't shoot it either unless you're really high up. So I would suggest you get that some cotton or whatever, whatever you're going to use, the stuff of stuff in pillows or whatnot. I really like using that stuff. Also, just well, I'll wait for Jack to come back because it's very important. But Jack, yes, yeah, that's the stuff.
So anyone who wants to find some
now look at that.
It's got a little bird on it.
It's an owl.
It's an owl.
You know why? Because Jack's smart. But Jack, the funny part is that big bag is 8 ounces.
Yeah.
It's not Jack can't even do a shot of that. It's so small he can't do a shot of it. But now here's the thing. If you have your now this is one of those things, Jack, the barrel in the thing, you're not getting full model. Oh, I could shoot you for the barrel sticking out of a little piece of ruined terrain. If you have a solid wall here, okay, let's say you have a solid wall on everybody. I know that this is a podcast and you can't see it, but if the solid wall is here on, say, on your left side, it's solid wall, and you are inside that solid wall, you do not get the benefit of it because the smoke does not go through a solid wall. It will go on top of it, or if there's a window, it will go into it, but a solid wall doesn't transfer to. So you got to pick and choose where you're going to do it. So, like say you have a guy in a building in a solid wall, and then you say, oh, I'm going to put smoke over here, and you can't see me, you're going to get a -1, but the smoke is blocked by the wall. So, now that's a little dicey, but I like that. You know what I mean?
But certainly, if you can see why smoke is kind of in the Veerman's best interest. They're not shooty. Fighting on 4s is the best attribute of their troops. It's the only reason that you have, like stalkers. None of the Veerman troops are really survivable, but fighting on 4s gives them a chance.
Yeah.
And then for those of us who really, really don't have that much faith that they're going to be survivable, smoke. So that's smoke.
Keyword smoke.
Yeah. It doesn't. Solid wall doesn't get the -1.
Hashtag smoke.
But the thing is that if it's, let's say the smoke is above it, as long as it's a solid wall, you're not going to get the benefit of it. But you're still shooting through it because it's all, instead of 27 cubes, it's affecting 26. So you got to, it depends where it goes.
Well, there you go. That's our lists. We're going to take another break. We'll come back and we'll discuss what we didn't take. And also
The hate.
the hate. I don't know if we have any hate, but maybe. You never know.
There's always hate.
There's always hate.
So Rob is going to edit this. He's going to put in a commercial right now, and we'll get back to it.
And this is generally the pee-pee break. This is where everyone gets
usually, yeah. This is usually.
Anybody need a pee-pee break?
Is it a pee-pee break or a refill of the beverage break?
Yeah. Are we taking a break, or are we going to bring us back, Jack?
I don't know. I'm looking at my man, my boy Coach. What does he need?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, then we'll power through for the fans, for the people. We'll push. Okay. Rob, you ready?
Yep.
Do we address the chat, or do we just tell those?
We'll address the chat after we're done here.
Yeah. Okay.
If they can't do simple math formulas for us, then we're not gonna.
It's ridiculous.
No. I will. I've already lashed out once today. I'm not gonna do it again. You're not worth it, people. You're not worth it. And welcome back to the award-winning team building exercise.
Changing gears. That's a neutral drop right there.
Yeah, I just got my IROC in the doing a Hollywood.
Woo! Hold on, let me check the calendar. It's 1987. Oh my god.
Okay. So welcome back to the award-winning team building exercise. We just finished what it was that we did for our lists. We talked about why we took what we did. Now we have to address the elephant in the room, the pink elephant that haunts our every waking moment. Rob, what didn't we take?
We did not take the Broodmother. I think that was a victim of new hotness. We didn't take Broody. Broodmother's pretty awesome. She's expensive. 4 VPs and 38 points. That's pretty
worth
expensive.
Every penny NVP.
Yeah. Please, Coach, what does her splat do again?
All right. Well, let's I know everyone here has taken copious notes at the breakdown that I did on Family of Gamers, but I will, for my friends up north, I will reiterate that. But when I went over it, I highlighted a bunch of things. So one of the things is that the Broodmother has tough now. Not that she really needed it, but what the hell? We gave her tough. She has feral inspiration, which I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to go through it. It is where you drop you will drop a command dice, and everyone within 2 cubes of the Broodmother will get Frenzy 1 till the end of the round, and it is cumulative. So if you already have Frenzy 1, now you have Frenzy 2. The only change is that through play testing, we found that having a splat when the leader's gone is a dead splat is not good. So we said that this was too good of a strat to have, not to use it. So to remedy that situation, what we did was when the Broodmother is dead, you could leave her in the cube, or you could put a token there, and you could still use the splat, but you have to be within that 2 cube radius. So it's essentially it's a 5 cube radius all around from where she died. And we were thinking that they look at it, they would look at the Broodmother and go into a frenzy knowing that she's dead, or maybe she releases a hormone, and while they're there, they drop the frenzy from the hormone or whatever, gives off, or pheromone or something like that. And since that little change, 3 lines, 4 lines, it makes a huge difference. So that is her splat. She's a 4+. Let's go around the table. we didn't take her because you didn't take her because you didn't like her, or you didn't take her just because? Rob.
I didn't take her because I wanted to try out the Master Creeper. I think that's why. She's really good. Like I say, expensive, but giving everybody Frenzy 1, especially if you're going to go for, well, Veerman especially are melee heavy. So you're going to be using that Frenzy.
Right.
And you load up on a bunch of Stalkers with her. So they're fighting on 4s with a Frenzy 1. You're going to be hitting quite a bit. That'd be nice.
Yeah. And also, you think about it with the smoke, you can move her up there too. If you did the smoke like Jack and I. Jack, Broodmother.
The 10 extra points worth, but
18.
I didn't have it.
She's 18 more because everybody else is 20.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, my list was built so that the Tunnel Runner and maybe the Rat Swarms could smash my opponent's command and supply line. That's what that was for. She wouldn't have fit with my list, but in a hypothetical world, in another dimension, somewhere in Earth 165, where we're recording this right now, Rob's wearing a Flash shirt, but that's the only other change.
No, he would be wearing a Gotham shirt.
A Gotham shirt.
Yeah, in that universe.
Oh, okay. I would.
He laughs at his own jokes.
No, just because Rob is looking at me like very serious, but he knows what I'm saying because Rob really is a big fan of Gotham, and he would have this, the Gotham shirt. Like I love the guy who plays the Joker or whatever, because.
But I would then hoard out the Stalkers, just like Rob had mentioned. It's a whole other world. It just didn't fit into my list. I think we can agree, and there's a lot of lists like this now since Outbreak, that you choose what you want, not because the others aren't good, but because personal choice. Whereas before, there was a time when, oh, that's who you take. The other one's terrible.
Right.
So, yeah, I think we can all agree that Broodmother's pretty decent.
Yeah, Coach, should we talk about the bonus list now we thought of last time?
I didn't give you my thoughts on the Broodmother.
Oh, sorry. I thought we already discussed all the thoughts on the Broodmother.
No.
Coach, what do you think about the Broodmother?
What I would have done is I would have taken out my Progenitor, who's 32 points, and then take out one of the troops. Take out the Stalker, and put the Broodmother in because she would have fit, and maybe give someone else I'm not sure, but I maybe give someone else a smoke grenade, another smoke grenade, just to have it. So I'd have one less grenade launcher to have her in there, but that was the only thing. But I wanted to take the chemical grenade launcher. So I'm like, if you can see, my thing is called Smoke on the Deadzone. Now that is for the live people, not for the you can cut that out, Rob, whenever you want. So but yeah, definitely would have took her. There's nothing wrong with her. It's just what do you feel like doing today? You know what I mean? What do you want to do? You want to take the Progenitor? You want to take this? It's what do you feel like? How do you feel like playing today? What's your overall strategy? So I think she could have fit in my list though. Just that, I'm going 2 instead of 3 smoke grenade launchers. I think that's okay. I could live with that. But she is great, man. I love the Broodmother, and great model. So.
Yep. So it's bonus lists we were talking about.
Yes, sir. So we have no more hate?
Oh, we'll go through it. I just wanted, since we're talking about the Broodmother, this list is based on her.
Yeah, no. So here's the thing. We got to preempt this because I was talking with E-Rock, and E-Rock said, "Hey, I got a list for you," and he gives me this particular list, and I said, "Yeah, that's the list I gave Jack like months ago." I was actually, that was his Adepticon list, and he was, I think, how close, Jack, to running that list?
I played tested that against Rob a bunch of times, and the problem was after the first time, Rob goes, "Hey, yeah, that's pretty ingenious. That's pretty smart. I like the way you did that." And then the next 3 games, knowing what my game was, knowing what the trick of the list was, he just spanked me because as strong as the trick is, it leaves you weak in another direction. And then I was like, okay, I can't do that. And plus I wanted to showcase some of my models. So yeah,
we haven't talked about the list yet.
No, well then Jack ended up taking Plague.
E-Rock did bring the Brood Mother, and he played, and that Frenzy it's
legit. It's legit, man.
It is legit. You don't know. This predates obviously the Outbreak book, but even that iteration, it did not mess around when you clump together. You know, it was dirty.
Yeah.
So the list is
you take the Brood Mother, you take 9 Stalkers, and you take 3 of the Hamster Bulls.
Yeah, 3 Tunnel Runners, 9 Stalkers, and a Brood Mother. That's a pretty good list. Like Jack said, though, it is vulnerable to certain things. There's no smoke in this list,
right?
So you just start taking those Tunnel Runners out. So who cares about Stalkers, right? But
well, you know what? I think a way to do it would be like you could take the Brood Mother, cut back like Jack did. Actually, what you did, Rob, you took 2, right? 2 Tunnel Runners.
Yes, I only took 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe you went heavy creeper, but maybe then you can go smoke with the specialists.
Yeah. Malignuses with smoke. Yeah, like a combination of all of our lists, pretty much.
Yeah. That would be. I think that would be. And like you're saying, your list, you're exposing the Tunnel Runners to like different things without smoke. But the fact that you're going to, they're really an alpha strike. They really are. But you know what's nice is that if you have the Brood Mother, you're going tack 5, so you can maybe get some smoke in there and then move them up and then use some shoot or move dice, to do that, back and forth. So I think these 4 lists with kind of like the hybrid of the 3 of our lists using the Tunnel Runners is also pretty good. I mean, I'm saying this because I'm saying this. I haven't lost a game with that list that I've taken with all that smoke because it's hard to deal with. And I'm not bragging or anything, but I just feel very comfortable with that list. I like the way it plays, and like I have a plan before, depending on what the objective of the missions are. So but then again, I could play Jack, and Jack is playing his list, and he's very comfortable with his list, and therefore. It depends on what you do. So, but these are, not to pat ourselves on the back. These are 3 real well-rounded lists. I think it has each list has a answer for different things. The AP or the things like that. I don't even worry about AP sometimes because I went against Forge Fathers and they had a lot of AP, or the Enforcers had some a lot of AP, and the Horde wins out. You know what I mean? So depending on what you're gonna play, what you're gonna run, or how you're gonna run it, it makes sense. So I have 4 snipers. Awesome. I got 5 stalkers coming up at you. All right. Well, I have an AP1. I have an AP1 gun. Yeah, that's awesome. We have no armor.
Which goes back to that battle report that I had referenced of yours before. Hot Dice Fabe was running the table. His snipers, his medic was picking off rats at his leisure.
Right.
But more just come. As soon as you're tied up, as soon as you tie up that sniper, you don't even need to kill him. You just need to get a size
stop
1
him from shooting. Yeah.
Up on that catwalk, get the size 1. And attrition takes over.
And then you decide if you're going to fight or shoot. Obviously the stalkers are going to fight with a 4+, but now, especially like say an enforcer with a 6-up fight or a 4-up survive, you're like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take a shot. He's wounded. I'm going to try to fight him back, and it may or may not work. That's you put your opponent in an uncomfortable position. What are you going to do? You're going to fight, or you're going to survive with that armor. So that in and of itself is the game. What decision do I make?
That's right.
Yeah.
But we're closing in an hour. Well, we're at an hour. The DZtv is only an hour. So at this point, only our patrons can stay. The rest of you, I want to say thank you for sure. Rob, now we're going to
make the same joke every show. Come on.
Well, I always agree with Jack on this, but there was a lot of tomfoolery in here. So they're here for the info. So I'm thinking without the tomfoolery, we got another 55 minutes to go. So
so what else we didn't take? We didn't take the crawlers, and I think we all agree crawlers suck ass. Okay. 10 points. They fight on 5s, but they shoot on 6s, save on 5s.
Shoot on 6. I don't care if you got weight of fire. Weight of fire, if you're relying on the weight of fire to make them worth it, weight of fire will steal your thunder, will disappoint you. No, you can't. You just can't.
Yeah, for a troop tax, you're going to pay two points less for the stalker, and he fights on 4s. At least what he does well. The crawlers don't do anything well.
I'll tell you what, though. I've had a lot of success with stalker shooting.
7+.
I don't know why. You know what it is? I guess with the mobility and you get full model, and if you can get them a level above with the 3 extra dice, 7s ain't too bad. You know, you throw a few 8 trains in there, it's not too bad. There was one battle report I was going against Andrew, and my stalker was, you know, it was like the last guy to go, so he gets on the 2nd level, he gets behind his Teraton, and he shoots down. I use, I think, 2 extra dice, and I hit like 6 8s, and I keep going, and obviously I kill the Teraton. So, you know, as we're filming, we do the dice roll, and we move the camera around. We do a lot of stop action because to keep it flowing for the video. So I roll, and I'm hysterical laughing, and I stop the camera, and he's like, "All right, can I concede now?" You know, because it was like the stalker killed a Teraton on the objective. So, you know, that ain't supposed to happen. And this goes back to the debate, and I think we're going over what we did last time. People were saying, I don't like the exploding 8s in Deadzone. If you don't like the exploding 8s in Deadzone, don't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, don't play the game. And if that
is the game, man.
I know this is a controversial, this is very controversial, but without exploding 8s, man, Deadzone is just, it ain't the same. Because what's the point of, like, you know what? In the back of your mind, you're like, all right, this stalker is going to go against that strider. You know what? I could throw some 8s down. I'll be all right. In the back of your mind, I know that's the way Jack thinks too. If I can get a few 8s going, I'll be all right. It's
part of the holy trinity of Deadzone, which is like the train crate battle zones. Used to be battle zones. The 3 dimensions that it creates, the line of sight, and the exploding 8s. Those 3 things make the game. You can't get away from it.
It is the game. It is the game. It really is. There's nothing better. And that's why when I do the battle reports, we focus on the dice so much, because that is a change. It's like a guy who rolls 7 successes and you only roll 3 dice and you end up winning that exchange.
You gotta see that, yeah.
Oh my God. It's just, another one. And then when you roll 1 at a time, like an 8. Oh, let me go another 8. Oh, another 8. Oh my, it's so good. So if you don't like that, go play Guild Ball.
Go play Infinity.
Yeah.
So the next thing we didn't take were Night Terrors, either the Size or the Spitters.
Jack, you notice he's sneaking back, the Taskmaster's sneaking back.
Well, I want to get this over with.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, we did not take those, and I've been hotter.
Night Terrors, pretty expensive.
Yeah, I've been hot or cold on the Spitter. It didn't match my list, either one of those 2. I don't think they're that bad. Now, Coach went with the Nightmare with the pair of drills. That's classic. That is that's so traditional. That's like wearing a pilgrim's garb during Thanksgiving. Like that's how old school that is. The Spitter, they're not bad. They're not bad.
I like to call it the Night Terror Rage, because they are bullet magnets, because nobody wants them across the table with the 4 fight with Frenzy 1, and they're size 3 now, and they are tough. So they're going to be shot at. And the only way to kill them is to shoot them, really, when you think about it. The thing is, and also, you know, you get a wound on them so that if you fight them back, you're good. But when they die, it is really like a piece of your soul, like a piece of your soul is torn. It really is. For whatever reason, you know, you can kill the brood mother, that hurts. You know, you can kill the nightmares. But when you kill a night terror, for some reason, I don't take them because I don't want to. I don't want them to die. It's just this rage of horror, like, oh my, you know, you never make it across the table. It just, and you know what? They are expensive, but they when they get into combat, they do what they have to do. But it's like this, you know, I know I'm on the rules committee and I can't put my finger on it, but they're almost good. You know what I mean?
If you were to remove the tunnel runner from the equation,
yes,
I think everyone here would have had one of those on there.
Maybe
they would have been. They would have made it into the list somehow.
Well, I didn't take a tunnel runner.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like I said, you got the nightmare with the pair drills. So, like, I think the tunnel runner is pretty splendid, and for me.
Well, you know what it is for 4 points more, you get a tunnel runner.
Yeah. You're moving up 4 into your.
Yeah. Well, let's think about it, right? All right. So the tunnel runner here, you're at 555, right, with a vehicle, but he's got armor 1 and he's size 4, 30 points, but you're getting an AP2 rate of fire 1. It does a lot more. Okay. The night terror spitter or sights are one-trick ponies. You're either a combat guy or a shooty guy. Because even when he gets into the night terror with the spitter gets into combat, he does not have frenzy, and he's at a 5. So although he shoots on a 5, the other guy doesn't have a shoot stat. For 4 points more, you know, for 4 points more, you take a tunnel runner for 30 points, and you're getting both, and and it's damn good for. I mean, 5s across the board is no joke, and I'd say 99.9% of the time he's going to be bigger than someone, unless you're going against your aberration or you're going against a strider or an Iron Ancestor or something like that. Not too many things are size 4.
Yeah,
you know, so that's you know that just the tunnel runners are good. I just bought the pack with 3 of them, and I want to run because I want to run that list. You know, I bought the Warpath thing, but you know, and it is. I did paint 3 for Iraq, and it was awesome. I know Jack said those are one of the things that you love to paint because it just paints itself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that, you know, and just getting them on the table just because, you know, I'm going to go with the rule of Jack that I just painted these, but that's why I put them in the list right now. I want to run them, you know.
They're an enjoyable mix of mechanical. Oh, are we?
You're echoey.
Oh dear, what's going on here?
You're good.
You're better now.
Oh, okay. It's a pleasant mix of mechanical and metals and stuff, and then you go in the inside. There's the control panels. There's a bunch of tubes and this stuff, and then you've got the organic, the Veerman himself, the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to paint. You can play with a lot of the different. I enjoyed painting it.
Yeah, no, it's one of the coolest models, you know, in the Warpath universe. It's up there.
The next thing we didn't take was the Rumble weapon platform. It's the same reason we never took them the first time around.
Wiener cannon sucks.
Too short. Need line of sight. Hard to get line of sight with something that short.
We're working on it.
Yeah, there's got to be some solution to that guy.
I already have it. It's just we're working on it.
The cock and balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. You know what? It's sad because it's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It just, unfortunately, it just doesn't work.
Even
Same with the certain other vehicles.
No, well, I'm just saying the other one too. I like the other one also. The chemical spitter one. It has the. It almost has like the shield thing with the.
Yes.
Cone at front. Yeah.
I really, you know, I like the Wiener cannon first, but then I kind of got partial to that one. I guess I don't know. I like the way I painted it. I did it with the salt, you know, for the rusting effects and stuff. But yeah, it's a cool model. It really is. It's better in Firefight.
That's good. At least it's useful somewhere.
Yes.
And more importantly, it's got a spotter with a little Veerman with some goggles, and it's got these big binoculars that stick out. And he's kind of hunched over. It's really That's
awesome.
And the last thing we didn't take is the Tangle. Last time Jack liked it, but I think you've realized now, Jack, it's a little big, like model-wise. It is a. You want to see a bullet magnet? You can't hide this guy anywhere.
It is big. It's bigger than the square it's in. If you got some models and you're like, oh, okay, he's kind of big, and people are always hitting him from this angle, that angle, and you go like, how can that be? The Tangle's that times 1,000. Like you can't. Yeah, you can't. Those metal girders, bent metal girders, go into. Yeah, Coach.
Yeah, it's huge. You don't have to keep talking. You can keep talking, Jack.
It's so the psychic stuff is a hit or miss. It's a glamour model. If you bring it, it's because you want to show it off or you want to mix stuff up a bit. But everyone on the board is going to be able to shoot that thing, and you're not going to be able to get into a building like you would with a Chovar. You're not going to be able to get into. You're not going to be able to hide behind too much, and you're not going to be able to move through a properly dense board properly. It's just too
You'll
big.
be smashing all the buildings out of the way as you try to push it along, and
so understandably, it is a Warpath model.
It is really good in Warpath, and Firefight. It's really good. Like you have to take 2 of them in Firefight because they're that good.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
we love that everything gets ported into Deadzone, so I'm not gonna poo-poo the fact that a model designed for Warpath is in Deadzone. But in Deadzone, if you're really trying to make a competitive list, I don't know how you could take the legitimate model and expect to have it survive.
Sure. And this is a perfect example of the evolution of the award-winning team building exercise, because the first time we did these lists, Jack took the Tangle in the list, and he says, "Did you see that model? Did you see that model? I have to take this. I have to take this." And then he actually ran it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not taking it anymore." So.
And I took it to Adepticon 2 years ago. So when I was showing people how to play, and I was playing against other people, because it is one of those ones that goes, oh my God, Mantic makes fantastic models, which, a few years ago there was questions. Oh, okay, Mantic's models. Well, now this is the models that Mantic makes now.
Right.
Look at that
question.
And also, you can teach line of sight, and people can, and it's a fun game piece, and it's a fun to show people how to play. But as a competitive list, you're asking for trouble. It
does do, invigorate, stun, and suppression. Range 4 and range 5, which is really not too bad. Also, you do not need line of sight, which is another thing. You can shoot through 4 walls and still get there. That in and of itself is not bad. It's only 25 points though, but it's got a lot of positives to it. But the negative is the size of the model.
Yeah,
I've yet to get it out of deployment zone.
Also, Jack, I'm sorry, it's a 1/1. That's why you can't get out of it. It's like I move up. Oh well, I gotta put a I have to put a move dice on it, or I have to surge it. You know what I mean? To get it, it's got to move 2 or 3 just to get the hell out of where I need to get it. Unfortunately, if you win a recon, you could scout him up or something like that. But yeah, he's definitely a bullet magnet. And think about it, it's a 5 save, armor 1, size 4. All right, you got 5 wounds on it. 5 save is not bad. Armor 1 is not too bad, but it is an easy 3 victory points for your opponent.
Yeah.
So
that's about it. Is there anything else we need to touch on? I think that pretty much covers the new Veerman. It's the Veerman beta made official finally, which is nice.
And the only 2 new things we didn't take was stun grenades and toxic grenades, which only the Veerman have access to.
And
but,
you have You took the toxic grenade launcher. So
launcher, but I'm saying we have stun and toxic grenades also, which no one.
Yeah, stun grenades are fun. I remember playing a game with you where the stun grenade really changed the game.
I did my hard away fadeaway over the wall to get it to you, and it worked out pretty good.
Yep. So that's about it. Veerman done. Yes. Finally in the bag. People heard our Veerman show. It's a miracle.
Maybe.
Wow. These people in the chat heard our Veerman show.
Yes.
At least you've heard it now.
My list is called TBE September, and it is now mid-October. So
mine is that's DZ Outbreak ATBE smoke on the Deadzone.
So, better late than never.
Yes.
My list is called Da Bomb, thanks to Tyler. Tyler's suggestion, call it the Da Bomb.
Ooh, the second Schultz shout out for this show.
Well, he was actually in the chat for half a second.
Yeah, he pops in and pops out because he probably went to the bathroom because he's probably hanging out in a bar or something like that.
So next week or next month, I should say.
Yes, it's my turn.
Yep, it's your turn. Are you going to pick the same one you picked last time?
Well, I'm a big Forge Father fan. You know that, right? We all know that. And I just love those damn models. And it'd be remiss for me not to pick the Forge Fathers because I love them so much. So without further ado, next month we're going to do the Plague.
Yeah, Plague.
And I'll tell you why. Going back, you know what, Jack? It's very influential in my life here. I've increased your vocabulary, and you've helped me see what you're talking about. I painted the 4 bursters. Those models actually painted themselves.
Save it for next show.
No, I'm just saying that's why I picked it, because I painted those bursters, and I really do love those models. And so
they're gorgeous models.
Yeah.
If you haven't painted them up, you get alternate legs, alternate arms, alternate heads.
Do you want me to stop this broadcast?
Oh,
I'll stop this broadcast right now.
We're fanboying over the.
Save it for next week.
So last episode, the lost episode, as Georgie and Boomer were leaving, they both tripped over the garbage can. They went ass over tea kettle. Then they get up and they look back at me with this look on their face. I can't stop laughing. So that's why Georgie had to move the garbage can out of the way from Boomer. They don't really get along, but they did it this time.
And we laughed and laughed and laughed.
I'm still laughing. End the show.
Do go to Family Gamer 777 for all the coaches going through all the Outbreak book, all the factions, and you're up to, what was the last one you just did?
I did the Forge Father Elite list, and then I just this week did the GCPS Elite list.
Nice.
So I'm going in
near the end.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be bad. So Marauders, Nameless, Plague, Rebs, Veerman list. Those are the last few. There's quite a few, but I split them up. Doing them quick shot, boom, 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 boom. You can watch like a 5-6 minute video for this. The last one was about 3 minutes because there really wasn't much to it. Just a little shot. And then if you ever want to run the list, my thing is you can just check out the video. Maybe I can give you a little insight before you decide to make the list. That's why I did them this way instead of making a long faction breakdown. Just a little quick shot.
Yeah, they're really good. Good resource. And Deadzone the podcast, we have one coming up right soonish. We just recorded it, so it'll be it's mostly about other people's stuff, which is our forte.
Yes,
and
we on our stuff and the shout outs and the and because there wasn't that much news, but then
the Deadzone campaign just ended, which is good, so we cover that.
Yeah.
Now am I allowing you to do other people's stuff? Because I heard the last episode that it was my fault that you don't do other people's stuff. And shout outs.
Shout outs.
You can't even say it for real.
So we're going to stop this train wreck. At least it's down on vinyl somewhere. And we'll be back next time with the Outbreak Plague. and we'll see what happens there. We'll see what new and exciting things come from the plague. I've been Rob.
And I'm Jack.
And I'm Coach from the Third Sphere.
Oh, yeah, you've got another podcast, too. You never do that podcast.
We do once a month. What are you talking about? 3.5 hours. What are you talking about?
I'm joking. Yep, good stuff. And, yeah, plague. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that's the end of the episode, people. Now we can actually discuss the chat. And Pat, screw you. That's awesome.
Pat is terrible.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, I think we had some good interaction, and hopefully we can actually edit this into a podcast that works. Like Beetle said, I'm going to have to do it in 10-minute chunks because every frickin' 10 minutes you guys went off on tangents.
But I already explained that is all in the show. Those tangents happen every time, and they're always in it. It's stream of conscious. There's no
Don't change it if it ain't broken. Damn it!
Exactly.
You guys don't listen to my edits, I guess. Actually,
can we curse now that we're done with the podcast?
I guess so. If you really must.
All right.
Demonetized.
All right, so let's go.
Like we're monetized. We're not monetized, Jack. You can't be demonetized when you're not monetized.
Oh.
Let's see. So we'll go backwards. Boston Mini says night podcast. Thank you, said. Say hello to your son. Every model should be at least 5 points more. That was by Chopper. Yes, I agree. The Marauder should be 5 points more. Their VPs aren't high enough. That is correct. Forge Fathers are broken. You are incorrect. Plague, I'm bursting with anticipation. Ha ha ha, Beetle. Why didn't anyone take zombies? Very good, Pat. We're playing. That was Beetle saying that because we're taking Plague. I thought they were talking about the Plague. Well, that's because you don't know anything about Deadzone, Chopper. They were talking about Veerman. Wait a minute. Yes. I want my Chira in Deadzone. Yes, the RC is biased and racist towards species. Let's
I never
see.
saw that one.
The Veermen are talking. You got it. Quick. Proxy Italian with epic size model. That's will do. Same issue with the Goblin gun track. You are incorrect, Beetle, because it is not the same issue with the Goblin gun track because the Goblin gun track has a indirect mortar launcher, which is very effective. So therefore,
and you would never take anything but that with your gun track.
Because for the same price, you could take a Holo Sight and a Hulk. So there's no reason to do it. We did that. Let's go Cedric's list. My brood mother is 1 Malignus, 1 smoke grenade launcher, 1 Malignus with a toxic grenade launcher, 1 Nightmare with a pair of drills, and 8 stalkers, 1 tunnel runner. So basically, similar to our list, you're on the right path, young Jedi. Exploding
for toxic. Toxic does that's nasty. So there's been quite the controversy over how toxic works. When it first came out, it's a nasty little bit of kit.
Mm-hmm. There is no spoon. Yes. What else? Boom, 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 boom. I'm going up. Yes, the adjacent wall -1. I hope I did that. Let's go back down. Let's see what's going on here. Just cosine tangent. Yes.
There is no tangent, just cosine. He's a funny man. And Pat did just beat Pizza Jesus at Deadzone, so he knows a little something.
A little something, right? Okay.
Pizza Jesus.
I'm sure Forge Fathers will get toxic in the next update. They weren't, but they are now, Chopper. Thank you very much. Let me just write this down. Piss off, Pat. Add toxic. Everyone else but Marauders. Good. All right. Anything else?
No, that's good.
That's pretty good. Anybody got any questions? Any comments? Any? Does everybody here is basically in the Discord, so let's do that. I don't go to the Deadzone the podcast under protest anymore because they talk bad about me a lot.
Oh, well, we just implied that you're a vampire and that you need to be slayed by our resident vampire hunter.
Yes, but me and Nicodemus cannot kill Coach Ferratu.
Coach Ferratu. Okay.
That's a callback to old real fans, right, Jack?
We're a fan of the comedy callback around here.
I hate him.
Oh,
you don't like Rick and Morty?
They insist on themselves. Rob hates them because they're in the
Vanguard. Anyone interested in Vanguard?
Nope.
Yes.
Eh. Coach does sparkle. That's why he's a vampire.
I think
And
There
not
it
because he
is.
goes to the strip joints.
There it is.
I think the models for Vanguard are looking pretty sweet.
Mm.
And even just to paint some, even if we don't get to play too much.
We would do a Hellboy minute, but it's going to be. We did do a Hellboy minute. I was on that show, but it's been delayed 4 months. That episode, so
Ooh.
Scathing.
yeah, I said it.
And there hasn't been much other than the delay for Hellboy. There hasn't been much. James did put up a cool blog on his website about just how you make a game, pretty much, but it didn't give too much new information about Hellboy that we didn't already know. I don't think.
Is
But
anybody?
there you go.
Well, now it's coming out in March, correct?
Yeah, by the time we get it, it'll be April for sure.
Right, and then that'll run right into the new Hellboy movie.
Yeah, it might work out. Well, that's Kickstarter. Then they want retail will probably come out earlier. So once again, Kickstarter people are going to get theirs after retail. I guarantee it.
Right, but you know what? That might be a good 1-2 punch for the fact that it's going to, like the game retail, and then I just saw Hellboy the movie, and I want to go play the game. So because when Lord of the Rings came out, they said that GW couldn't keep any of those models in stock. So maybe that'll work out.
The difference is GW has a store dedicated to selling their miniatures. So obviously that's the difference. Mantic's not in every store.
Right. But Rob, they came out with this new thing. It's called the intranet.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're so. But the difference is that you won't have people just discovering it. You have to know about it to go to Mantic. It's not like they have to somehow market it to those people. Like if all of a sudden, like in the Hellboy comic book, there's an ad for it, that would be killer. Like that would be the thing to do. Yeah. Like Beetle said, it worked for Terminator Genesis, right? Like it did not work for Terminator Genesis. So,
well, when the movie sucks donkey balls, then that's
that too. But even then, I think it's a lot of Terminator fans just don't know about it. I barely knew about it, and I'm a miniature fan, So,
but you could probably get it on the line.
Oh yeah, but like I say, if they put an ad in Hellboy comic books, I think that'd be printing money. That would make its money back so much. I don't know if they will, but that'd be something smart. Yeah. Chopper, you can have that one for free. Give that to Ronnie. Say you thought of that.
I'll tell you what, man. I pretty much I'm almost done with all the trades, and they just get better and better. Was it the Skinny Man? Was that the one where he goes into like a mausoleum and it's like a church and a mausoleum? Was it that the Skinny Man story? You know which one I'm talking about, though, right? And then he kind of oh my god, that was probably the best. That was my favorite Hellboy. That was my favorite Hellboy. It really is.
Yeah, and Pat said that, like you said at Gen Con, a lot of people didn't know about Hellboy. That's the way to get you got word out to those kind of people. They're still gamers. We want the comic book people. That's the and the movie people.
But I could see Hellboy doing well at something like Gen Con.
Oh, it's going to be huge at Gen Con. Next year, Gen Con, that is going to be the game. That's going to be selling out like hotcakes. People wanted to buy it this year, Gen Con. They're like, it's not available yet? No.
But see, it would have been great if I got like a Hellboy model because I love the game and all this stuff. And then Beetle got it.
It pays to be sober and the photographer.
I was sober that night. I was just being myself.
You left. You had to leave, though.
Yeah, I know. That's true. Oh, I was too busy beating the crap out of Rick Hall.
That's true, too.
But didn't the artist on one of those social media sites, didn't the Magnola put up like, hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, check, and it was like one of his tweets was, "Hey, I just drew this up for the new game coming out from Mantic Games. I can't wait to see it."
Yeah,
he had some original artwork and stuff.
Well, I'm sure that helped with the Kickstarter, but then you have to do that again at retail, right? Like that, people have short memories. So that probably pumped up the Kickstarter quite a bit, and I think it was the highest Mantic Kickstarter. So
Something like
helped.
Well, if you listen to the Third Sphere when I talked to Ronnie, I think he said it was the highest English Kickstarter ever. Hellboy.
Yeah, miniature. Yeah. And yeah, new art. And that's the best thing. Pat's saying there's new art for the game, and I will demo it next year, Pat. If I go to Gen Con, I would demo it because it was fun. The only problem with
my turn.
The only problem with demoing it is it's boring because it plays itself. Like I was demoing it at Mantic Night, and I think if I demoed it, I'd have to run a character because I'd have to do something to entertain myself. Because yeah, it runs itself. That's the beauty of that game. You don't need a GM like you do in Star Saga.
Yeah, Cedric, we're gonna put Hellboy in Deadzone. That's not a problem. Even if it's not official, we'll put it in.
Yeah, I don't think it's allowed to be official, right? I think that was part of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think you said that. Yeah.
Rob, me and you will do it.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Handle that. That's not hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. That'll be great. Uman Ra, like the splatters, he turns into Uman Ra.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Right, write that down.
Write this down. Yeah. Adepticon coming up. It's gonna be fun. I hope to see a lot of people at the Adepticons. There's a chance Coach might be able to go.
There is.
That was a question at the end. Did you hear the question mark at the end of my sentence?
You know, Ronnie called me out today too. Did you hear that or no?
No.
So I have a game today, and I have a ritual that I do, and I was just going through Facebook, and it was a live thing. I guess there's some kind of Clash of Kings, which is spelled C-O-K, which you could just say cock for short. But so I get, hey guys, what's up? How's it going? And he said that me and Andy Sharp are going to have a beef off. I don't know if that's some kind of English thing, but it doesn't sound good.
Well, yeah. I just hope that you're all checked for diseases, and when you beef each other off, that there's no hard feelings. And
I will leave the room.
It sounds like it involves flatulence to me, like a beef.
Yeah, you're right.
It sounds like two people just like.
Yeah, that's not the impression I got, but. And then they said that Rob is Rob Berman going to be at Adepticon? Because the 18-inch pythons might have to meet Rob Berman, because he said that they're going to put Sergeant Howlett in this year, and then they, just to piss me off, they don't put it in. Jack, I see you laughing, you son of a bitch. I see you laughing.
Yeah, because me and Rob were talking about it, and he said, "What is it as bad as you make it out to be?" I said, "Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is." He goes, "Okay, you feel its fate. Howlett not going to be in this year." And I went, "Oh, okay."
So Ronnie will be filming, and the new vagina guy. Who's that?
What?
Chopper Road. That's the new vagina.
I think it's supposed to say video.
Oh, okay.
Is that Matthew Mountain? Is that what you're saying, Jack? Is that who they're talking about?
I don't know. Pat's trying to say something about female sex organs, so let's see what he's going to say.
And he's French, so it's Matthew Montaigne.
Jack Martin's going to be there, and Martin's junk, as Beetle said.
Beetle, please. Let's keep it PG now. Come on, Beat. You're better than that. You don't need to work blue. Your comic stylings work just the way they are.
Hey, Jack, how much of this free content are we giving away?
Oh, I forgot we're even we are live. Look, I can see the thing there. I already started hobbying.
I want to do my jet bikes. I can't find them. Pun intended.
Well, guess what? We're done then.
Building a bath.
You ruined it for everyone.
What's that, Jack?
I'm building a bathomite.
Jack, check it out, Jack.
I saw the yellow, the needle drones over there earlier.
Rob
Rob lashes out when yeah, look at that. Rob lashes out when I look at the backgrounds of things. I don't know why. That's like his pet peeve.
I got all this over here.
It's because you don't pay attention to the foreground. You just look at the background.
You got this one?
Is that carroted?
No,
it's not put together.
no.
Oh, that's what is it?
That's raw terror.
Oh, terror.
And like,
I
so
just saw the
everybody,
arms.
if everybody wants to look, he does have a brain up his ass.
Ooh, look at that guy.
And so does that miniature.
Ha ha! Yo, you want to see something cool? Check this out. Look what I did. Watch. All right, hold on. All right, so we have
miniatures off the breaking.
Yeah, you have that, right? The Bathomite.
Yeah,
That's a
Which is
Bathomite.
still half the size of the Tangle, but I digress. So what you can do is this. Right? So we got this thing here. Let's see. Let's see if I can get closer. Hold on. There you go. For all the Deadzone, the Patriots. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Jack.
what?
Magnets.
That's what I'm doing right now as we speak. I've got
Look, Jack.
the magnet. There's the Bathomite's back. I just opened up.
No, but I went small. I went with this. I have this. I put these together. So I don't know what size this is. And then
3 mil.
yeah, it fit right into the hole. So I had to bore it out a little bit, and that's it. And then I did the same thing up here with this, and we are good to go.
Well, I said 3 mil, and I'm sorry, I wasn't being inclusive. I know we have Americans, and I think it's Senegal or the other one that's not on the metric system. And anyways, so it's 3 mil, or I think that's 2 hogshead.
Yeah, but with this stuff, you got to go mils.
Okay, well then.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chris. Yes, Chris. I magnetized my Bathomite.
He was very
Whoa.
excited.
And I also got a bunch of new Star Wars miniatures.
What's Star Wars?
What Star Wars?
That's the thing that's a lot better than building those crappy robots that I see on that.
Look at that for Vanguard right there. Is he showing up?
So for Vanguard, the Varangur, are they like those are like Vikings?
You have to ask people who care.
For those who care, is that true?
All I know is I've got a box of Riverfall that are. I know I can. I'm gonna.
The frog guys?
And they're gonna be. Some froggy friends to play some Vanguard with. In fact, I should put them together so it's not going to be too long now since when the snow is going to start flying. So I got to prime everything that I can very, very soon outside.
Outside before the snow flies.
Yeah. So I should build River Folk and maybe prime tomorrow.
Pat said Vanguard are basically chaos. Whatever that means. Northern Alliance is Vikings.
Oh. What's wrong with your chaos?
Chaos from the Grimdark.
From the Grim Door? I don't know what that means.
Dark.
Is that like Lindor, the chocolate?
Behind the polka dot door?
Let us bring all this over to Discord because I think we're going to end this video now. So wave goodbye, everybody. Wave goodbye.
Do we do the don't we kiss at the end? Is that what we're supposed to do?
We can't show everyone kissing at the same time, though. We'd rather just show Jack eyeing up the Mad Eye moodying the thing. That was like a half-hearted wave, Coach.
No, it's a kiss.
Okay, we'll see you over in the Discords.
Who's Discord? Yours or mine?
Yours.
Okay.
Okay. See you boys over there.
Family Gamers Discord. Family Gamers 777 Discord. Jack, what is that? Oh,